Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My bad for not uploading yesterday. Well, on Friday it is currently 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm supposed to be asleep. Anyway though, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
You are watching Shinobi LX. Enjoy.
This video is going to be very short though. More specifically because I don't want to go into too much into detail and I don't want to get loud because there's a possibility I could wake up my mom and she has to work in the morning. So I left this part off with Gara telling Naruto that they need his help. So when Naruto hears this, he immediately gets on guard and his people are there. So when Gara comes down, Naruto asks him what's the problem, and right before like Gara could start explaining it, a whole lot of like ninja from all the other villages and stuff started just coming out of nowhere, and Naruto what the hell's going on? There should be no reason for this. Like, are y'all planning to attack us or? And Gara was like, I think it happened to their villages too, and then like the Raikage and stuff appear. And they basically say that there's these white things, they call themselves Zetsus, overran their villages. And Naruto thinks to himself, like, what the hell is a Zetsu? So, as Naruto is thinking this, one of one of Naruto's shinobi, um, appears, like, jumps down and tells Naruto that there's an army sitting outside the village and with like some people in front of it. And Naruto asks them, what do they look like? Like, what does the army look like? And Sasuke was like, why does it even matter, Naruto? The fact that there's an army sitting outside of our base, sitting outside of the village, should be your main concern at this present moment in time. And Naruto's like, fuck off, Sasuke. I know what the fuck I'm supposed to be worried about. But right now, I just want to know how the hell they look. And that's not Zetsu shit. The Jonin explains, and Naruto's like, okay, yeah, just had to make sure. And you know the sad thing is I only yawn when I start recording. I never yawn when I'm not recording. Every time I start recording, I yawn. I don't know why. I just yawn. So mostly because I'm tired, but who cares? Um, so instead of like Naruto like telling his men to really get ready, he still does that. Like, and he has like some of his Joni and stuff escort like the main people, like the civilians outside of the village. Well, like in like a bunker underneath the village, but like okay. One of Naruto's projects was like it's like an underground area, but there are tunnels like leading outside the village. Like it goes through like the hidden leaf's ground and out like into like a far away like area. So yeah. So like the civilians and stuff are heading off into there. And oh my god, bro. So when the shinobi when one of the shinobi come back and tell Naruto that all the civilians have been evacuated, Naruto immediately activates KCM mode and he uses a seal that he could activate, and it was one of the seals that he was talking about. This is the one that he knew off the top of his head because it was the only one that piqued his interest at the time, so he studied that seal all the time. So he was and he was able to use it. That was his go-to. So basically, what ended up happening was when Naruto used activated the seal, it amplified his power and the Nine Tails power 20 times over, as in like multiplication. If you don't know, 20 times over. I don't know. So Naruto uses a tail beast bomb and he throws it, and Sasuke and I think is Ryu in this one? I think he is. I think he is in this one. Sasuke and Ryu, uh, they like Ryu shoots like all of this fire down like into them because like now they're not even like standing there anymore. They're trying to rush into the village. So Naruto throws his tail beast bomb in the back and blows up a substantial amount of them. There's a crater about the same size, about half the size of the entire Hidden Leaf village. Well, like 3/4 of the Leaf village's size. Um, so so as like the fight starts, a whole bunch of like shinobi, like they're not dying, but they're not winning either. They're fighting to a stalemate. And Naruto was like, "What the hell? Like, Why aren't my soldiers winning against fucking Zetsu? They don't look that strong." And Madara and Obito, no, never mind. I killed off Obito. Madara tells Naruto, "You have bigger things to worry about." And Naruto looks down, and he sees Madara just standing there with some guy, like bandaged. And Naruto was like, "You look familiar. You look familiar. Thought I heard your name from somewhere." And Sasuke was like, "That's Madara Uchiha, one of the founding, one of my ancestors." And Naruto was like, "Oh yeah, what do you want?" And Madara looks at Naruto and was like, "I need the Nine Tails, something that you have." And Naruto was like, "Well, see, here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to kill you. Hold the fact, hold the whole world hostage, saying that I killed Amada. I'm the strongest person on the planet. I can blow this whole damn hell." Joking. Naruto tells him, I'm gonna kill you, and then hopefully that like the world would be in peace. And if not, then Naruto would just have to take matters into his own hands to create his own version of peace. And um, the Raikage says, "You're really starting to sound like Madara." That whole statement really just put me off and on edge. And Naruto looks at um the Raikage and tells him like there shouldn't be a problem if you just want to do world peace or not. Because if you don't, then there's going to be a problem. But if you do, then there shouldn't be one, right? Right, right. So Maduro's like enough talking, and he uses his Susanoo, and Naruto's like, wait, what? I didn't know we were using Susanos. And Sasuke and Itachi, not Sasuke and Itachi, fuck. Sasuke and Kakashi uses their Susanos to try to stop try to fight off Madara. So as they're fighting off Madara, Naruto at this point he's just sitting there and watching. And when Naruto's standing there and watching, he kind of hears something in the background. And he turns and he looks behind him and he sees Zetsus have made it into the building, like made it into the village. But as he looks closer, he sees that Karin is currently being beat by the Zetsu very, very brutally. So like that breaks, like that shit hit different. So Naruto did like completely vanishes like without a trace, and he reappears where Karin is, and he kills all four of the Zetsu that were over there. And Naruto picks her up and asks her, "What are the people that were supposed to be protecting you?" And she kind of like, with like the little bit of strength that she has, she looks over, and they're all like hiding. And Naruto looks at her and looks at them, and then Mei appears, and Naruto tells Mei to take her somewhere safe. And Naruto tells Zabuza to keep an eye on those four, referring to the people that were supposed to be keeping Konan safe. So Zabuza, looking at them, looking at Naruto, he sees the intent in Naruto's eyes, and he just grins and he's like, "Yeah, I can keep an eye on them." And Naruto was like, "I've had enough," and he makes his massive tail beast bomb. Now, this shit's gonna be cringe, but I'm just gonna say it to fucking say it because I really like that. Like what fucking Pain did when he was above the Hidden Leaf Village and he was like, "This world shall know pain." That shit was so fucking funny to me, bro. Like honestly, you could take a couple of things from anime and apply it to real life, and that shit would hit different because like there's so much shit that goes on in IRL that's relatable to anime, and like a lot of people don't peep that, but you can peep it, and when you do peep it, you'll be like, damn, yo, damn. But let's get back to the story. I mean, to the what if. So after Naruto makes this tail beast bomb, Sasuke and Kakashi looks at Naruto and sees that Naruto is going to throw this whether they're there or whether they're right there or not. So they immediately retract their Susanos and like try to like jump away, and they do successfully. And like Myra's standing there, and Naruto's like, "I've had enough. Just die." I was gonna listen in, but I'm not. I was gonna repeat that, yeah, but I'm not. And when Naruto throws it, then Naruto is like, "Sorry, but that's all the chakra that I can spare for you right now. You might have to go and you might have to go into like you might have to chill out for a little bit." Naruto was like, "Sure, why not?" And Madara, realizing that if that tail beast bomb hits him, he's gonna fucking die. He uses Black Zetsu and he gets like he calls Black Zetsu back and they get away. And Naruto turns and looks at Karin, and then Naruto asks Zabuza, where is the four that were supposed to be protecting her? And Zabuza's like, oh, they're all over here trapped in these water prisons. And Naruto asks Gara after he's finished dispatching his the Zetsu that were fighting him. He tells Gara to grab those four and bring them with him. So Gara grabs them and he takes them over. He's walking through a tunnel with them, and Gara asks Naruto, where's this tunnel leading to? And Naruto is like just an old place, a favorite place of mine. And when they all get to the place, it's like this open area, about like the size of an actual house. It's like an open area. And in that area, there's nothing. And Naruto was like, here's the deal. He throws a kunai on the ground. And he says, whoever can get that kunai and kill the three of you, I'll think about letting you live. And when Gar releases them, there like a couple of them, like there's two girls and two guys. And Naruto's like they're like the two girls are begging Naruto like to not let make them do this. And the guys are kind of just like, you can't be serious. We're shinobi. We train with your friends. And Naruto was looking at them and he was like, you let one of my friends almost die because you were scared. She risked her life to protect you when you were supposed to be protecting her. So now one of you are gonna have to kill all of three of you. And if not, then I'll just kill all four of you now. And Naruto, like he told them like grab the kunai. And Naruto, like when the girl gets up and she's she's getting up and she's crying, and she grabs the kunai. And when she grabs the kunai, she looks at the guy, like at the guy that was sitting next to her, and she starts walking toward him. And as like right before she says she can't do it, Naruto like grabs her and was like, the fact that you were willing to carry out that order is pathetic. And he takes her headband off and he looks down at the dude, and the dude was just sitting there. And Naruto looks at the dude and was like, the fact that you were gonna let this person try to kill you instead of defending yourself is pathetic. And he takes her headband off. He takes his headband off. So Naruto begins to walk away. And they're like, so what does this mean? And Naruto says, I'm taking you to his headband. The other two come with me. You two can stay down here. Better yet, and he tells Ryu to just burn the whole place. So when Naruto and the other two walk away, Ryu lights his fire and he incinerates everything in there, including them. And all you hear in the background is their screams. And one of the girl asks, "What are you gonna do with us?" And when Naruto doesn't say anything, they're just walking. And when they make it to the hospital, they see Karin in critical condition, just lying there. And Naruto's looking at her, and he looks back at them, and he's like, if she does not live, I will make sure that you never die, and you'll just be in constant pain all the time, forever. never living. I mean, never dying, never resting, nothing but pain. That's all you'll feel. And he walks out the room, and right, like the lady, like the girl that was a Konoichi, she tries to go over there and heal her, and Sasuke was like, I wouldn't touch her if I were you. And she was like, but we're supposed to be able to help her. That's what he brought us in here for. And Sasuke was like, no, that's not what he brought you in here for. He brought you in here to let you see what you've done. All because all because you four were scared, you let her almost die for you. That should really speak volumes of how good of shinobi you are. And Naruto, like Naruto's like leaving the hospital. Kakashi asks Naruto, is he fine? And Naruto looks at Kakashi and was like, this is too much. And Kakashi was like, such as the burden of being boss, huh? And Naruto looks at Kakashi and was like, yeah, definitely. And Gaara tells Naruto, like, so about my ball of sand. And Naruto's like, what's in the ball of sand? And when Gaara puts it down, it's like everybody from the Sand Village. And then like the people from the Leaf Village are starting to come back into the village, so they see the sand. They see the sand people in the village. They're like confused. And Naruto's like, what happened to your village? And Gaara tells him like they completely destroyed his village. Like there's if they go back to his like to the sand village, there's literally gonna be nothing but sand dunes out there where the village used to be. So Naruto, like feeling bad, expands, tells like a mass construction crew to start trying to expand the borders of his village. Basically, just trying to make his village more bigger to house all the new people in it. And they begin to do that, and there shouldn't be a problem because half the fucking village is blown. Well, not half the village, but there's a massive crater about half the size of the village sitting outside the village. So, you know. Oh, yeah, and there's like a fucking a crater in the wall of the village because of the fact that Naruto threw that other tailed beast bomb that was stupid and big for no reason. So, yeah, it's nice. Um, Naruto begins to go back to the Hokage's office, and he gets a message saying, like, a couple of hours later, he gets a message saying that Karin has unfortunately died from a Jonin. And Naruto, like, just freezes. And the Jonin was like, may I be excused? And Ryu, Ryu was like, you definitely should. You should get out of here. And tells those other two Jonin to come in here. And when he leaves, he leaves and he brings back the other two Jonin that was supposed to be protecting Karin. And Naruto, like, he's just sitting there. And, like, they don't know what's going on. So they ask Naruto why they're here. And Naruto is like, there's only one reason why you're here, and you should know why you're here. And Naruto looks up at them with his arms folded, facing him, like with his arms, like not arms folded, but like with his hands on his desk. He looks up at them and he says, Karin's dead. And this is where I'm gonna end this part off. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all enjoy my content, please subscribe. I said that all the way backwards. If you like the video, stop bullshit. Peace out.